Good evening. Before we begin this Washington High School graduation, I would like to ask everyone to take a moment of silence for anyone that has lost a loved one, a service member, or anyone that has been lost this year. Thank you. At this time, I would like to begin the graduation of the class of 2022. And we could not have asked for a better evening of weather. Thank you, Western Pennsylvania. The Washington High School class of 2022 has experienced a memorable week, to say the least. This inspirational walk at the Park School, the senior picnic, the awards day have all paved the way for this evening's graduation. We ask that you please assist in us in giving our commencement the dignity and seriousness that it deserves. Therefore, please silence your cell phones until the conclusion of tonight's ceremony. Also, please remain seated during the entire ceremony for your safety and the safety and enjoyment of those around you. We would like to thank you in advance for your cooperation. More importantly, we thank you for sharing this special moment with the Washington High School class of 2022. Well deserved. Please clap. At the conclusion of tonight's ceremony, there will be a parade that will include the graduates' vehicles only. They will be dismissed from the parking lot first to start the procession. Guests are welcome to cheer them on from the school parking lot. I thank you so much, family, school people, the community, for making this possible. This is a great class, a great evening to be at. Thank you.
you please stay standing for the playing of our national anthem performed by the Washington High School Band under the direction of Mr. Prexies. Thank you. Please be seated. Good evening. On behalf of Wash High's 155th class, I would like to welcome parents, family members, administrators, teachers, and fellow students. Over our 4 years at Washington High School, we have been through many experiences together. We have witnessed many great accomplishments and achievements by various members of this class. The work ethic among the members of this year's graduating class is evident in the high standards we have set for ourselves and upheld in academics, athletics, fine arts, and many other extracurricular activities. And now there is but one step that remains in fulfilling our high school experience, and that is to graduate. In saying this, it is an honor to have you all present to help us celebrate this special graduation for the class of 2022. Next, please welcome the Wash High School Four Layers under the direction of Mr. Patrick McGill. Today, as we represent the 155th class to graduate from Wash High, we begin our journey into a new phase of our lives. Over the past 4 years, each of us has faced many challenges, accomplished many goals, and gained a great deal of wisdom. We have many people to thank for these accomplishments. Please realize that without your families, teachers, friends, and supporters, you might not be a part of this very special occasion. On behalf of the class of 2022, I would like to extend our gratitude to all of those who have helped us to fulfill our dreams. By acknowledging these individuals, we hope to show our high regard for them and appreciation for all that they have helped us through. Let us show our appreciation and applaud our supporters.
At this time, I'd like to recognize a group of graduating seniors who have been earning college credits through the University of Pittsburgh, Duquesne University, and Seton Hill College while still in high school. Students who participated in our dual enrollment program, please stand and be recognized. Congratulations, you may be seated. Now I would like to recognize our students who have attended Western Area Career and Technology Center. Not only did these students attend Western Area CTC, but they completed vocational technical programs there. A CTC completer is a student who has completed all program requirements necessary to achieve his or her career objective, has completed a Pennsylvania Department of Education approved occupational end-of-year assessment, and has attained a high school diploma. Students who are completers of the program at Western Area CTC, please stand and be recognized. Congratulations, you may be seated. The following students have earned a 3.8 or above and have achieved high honors. The following students, please stand to be recognized. Angela Batson, Autumn Hertzsummer, Cassidy Jackson, Diana Jones, Devon Young, Shelby Berry, Kyle Slash, and Isaiah Patterson. Congratulations. You may be seated. The following students who have earned a 3.2 to 3.79 and have achieved honors. The following students, please stand to be recognized. Joshua Green, Dominic Dade, Katie Overeem, Jacqueline Thomas, Savannah Johnson, Akila Young, Elijah Wise, Sophie Marshall, Brandon Little, Colin Zaradnik, Kelly Powell, Jared Woods, Michelle Cantu, J.C. Nixon, Michael Ewing, and Camden Perez Vasquez. Congratulations. You may be seated. The awards and scholarships offered to the class of 2022 total $2,298,250. Congratulations, class of 2022. I would like to congratulate you and wish you the best in all your future endeavors. At this time, I would now like to introduce the Salutatorian for the class of 2022, Ms. Autumn Hertzsummer.
Good evening, family, friends, faculty, administration, and peers. I would like to cordially welcome and thank all of you for joining the class of 2022 in their final endeavor as Wash High students. It is truly an honor and a panic attack to be speaking on behalf of all of you today. They say time flies when you're having fun. What they don't say is that time also flies when you have 17 overdue assignments, and there's a group of junior high kids screeching in the halls before 9 a.m., but I promise you it does. I remember my first week of freshman year, almost every single person said something along the lines of, don't take these next 4 years for granted because they go by so fast. It was one of those cliche statements everyone overlooks, but looking back, it was one of the most significant pieces of advice. The best way I can describe the rapidness of my high school experience is that just yesterday, Connor and I were freshmen, throwing desks at each other and watching Geometry Dash, and now we are here, graduating as the most mature people you can meet. These last few weeks, I've been reflecting a lot on my experiences throughout my high school years, and for the first time, I was able to see all the growth I underwent, minus the physical growth. I don't exactly know when everything changed, but sometime between my first day freshman year and today, I learned to write a sentence without a comma after every 2 words. I learned that I will never understand chemistry beyond the lab safety rules. I learned that the second floor bathroom doubles as a photography studio, and I learned that you were supposed to stand right in the middle of the hallway so that nobody else can get to class. But the most important thing I learned is that time is the most valuable thing we have. With the unfortunate exception of lunch, Wash High classes are all 41 minutes long. I remember sitting in class most days, tallying the minutes until I got to 41, watching the clock like class was never going to end. Yet somehow I blinked and my last period of high school was over. There is a famous quote by Albert Einstein that states, time is relative. That means that the way we perceive time is based on our frame of reference, explaining how 1 second in Mr. Mikowski's class can feel like an eternity, but 13 years from kindergarten to now can feel like it flew by. For many high school students, these 4 years are the extent to which they spend together, but for Wash High, it's a little bit different. The majority of my classmates in front of me have been in my life for over a decade. We have grown up together, seen each other through all of the awkward stages all of the accomplishments and endured many hardships together. I will admit I was sick of all of you throughout this year. But it hit me recently that 13 years together from kindergarten to 12th grade are over, and we will not be together anymore. But I have everlasting gratitude for our time together and truly cannot believe how fast it really went. With that being said, they say time flies when you're having fun. What they don't say is that time flies even faster when moments are precious and you don't even realize it till they're just about to end. But I promise you, it does. I want to thank every single person who was a part of my high school experience. All my friends, family, peers, teachers, and school faculty, and especially the class of 2022. I'm not so anxious to get away from all of you anymore. Thank you for making every second of Wash High so special. Lastly, I want to leave you with a bit of advice that concludes my devotion to time. Someone once told me that when you feel like life is moving too fast, to pause for just a minute. Take 3 things about the moment you are in. It can be a feeling, a smell, a sight, a conversation, anything. This small gesture can help you be more present and appreciate moments you never want to forget. I encourage everyone to stop here, take in all of this, and remember 3 pieces of this moment because it is special for everyone in attendance. Thank you.
I would now like to call to the stage the valedictorian for the class of 2022, Miss Angela Batson.
Good evening, parents, family, friends, and faculty. It is with great honor and gratitude that I stand before you, representing the Washington High School class of 2022. On behalf of my fellow graduates and I would like to thank every parent, mentor, teacher, and friend that has allowed us to reach this achievement in our lives. Without your support, this would not have been possible. So, let me start off by asking you all a question. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? Now, how about 10 years? Some of you might be thinking, I'm going to be a successful electrician or teacher or even a wonderful stay-at-home son or daughter. In all seriousness, the real answer is, I don't know. 3 little words used to express the lack of information someone is asking for. The same as one of us saying, when you're called on in class because you're playing Clash Royale instead of paying attention. When thinking about the future, there are too many uncertain things. If you had asked my freshman year self where she would have seen herself in 3 years, she never would have guessed half the things you've experienced over high school. I know one thing she'd be shocked by is how athletic I am compared to now. Now, I know some people will look at me and say, athlete, due to my petite stature, noodle arms, and the lack of ability to do more than 5 push-ups. Compared to freshman year me, though, I've definitely come a long way. Now, the Cinderella transformation didn't start until junior year. I had a lot of time on my hands because of hyper-learning, and when asked what I was going to do, I thought, I don't know. But after thinking, I decided I would start hitting the gym. I had no idea what I was doing, but to my surprise, I continued going despite the sore days where I was questioning all my life decisions, like, are the gains really worth the pain? I didn't know what the future of this new hobby would hold for me, but I still embraced it. With all the unknowns, I had low expectations. I mean, I wasn't the slightest bit athletic, since I was almost concussed in gym class after being beamed in the head in dodgeball. Nonetheless, I sought to learn new things and explore the things I didn't know. After researching the perfect workout plan to make me look like a Greek goddess, all the AP classes and work that came with them threw a curveball, much like the one that hit me in 9th grade dodgeball, and I wasn't able to follow everything through. It didn't go according to plan, but that was okay. As time has gone on, I've learned to question things, know that it's okay not to be able to give an answer, and enjoy the journey that allows me to discover it. Plenty of us here have ventured into the unknown, but look, we're all still here. There's something to be afraid of when admitting things you aren't so sure about. At some point in time, we've all muttered the words, "I don't know what I would do without you." Whether that be to a pet, family member, friend. When put into a position where we couldn't do those things during our sophomore and junior years, we faced 2 full years of I don't know. We were put into the unknown, isolated with just our own thoughts. Everyone was searching for answers on what to do and how to get through this. Some of us suffered physically and mentally from a lack of comfort in our normal everyday lives. But as you can see by looking left and right, we got through it. You got through it. We are here today because we admitted I don't know, and we're brave enough to face the challenges that came with it. Although none of us truly liked getting up at 8 a.m. just to hear a lecture about how to prove a triangle is a triangle, despite the fact that it clearly has 3 sides. Or see who would interrupt Mrs. Jones' Zoom call this time. But nonetheless, we persevered, and that is something to be proud of. Many things in life are unexpected. As a class, we've been through very unique and demanding experiences. We've been through all sorts of dangers with lockdowns and threats, the passing of many mentors, friends, and family, sporting upsets and celebrations, and personal struggles with COVID and senioritis. Admitting I don't know doesn't show weakness or incapabilities. It shows that you are willing to work around challenges, embrace new opportunities, take risks, and make mistakes so you can learn from them. If we plan out our lives and know everything, there would be no excitement, no discovery, and no life to live. So don't worry about having a perfect plan for your life. If my life went according to my 5-year-old self, I'd be living in the North Pole with as many dogs as I could possibly dream of. It's okay not to know what the future holds. Don't be afraid to say, I don't know. It's easy to say and never try, but you won't grow from that experience. By saying, I don't know, you may not find the answer you're looking for right away, but someday you will. But don't worry. Worrying about every detail of your future will prohibit you from experiencing an exciting journey. So, forget the blueprint and embrace the phrase, I don't know. So, for the last of my time here, I'd like to bring back the tradition that someone last year, Asa, forgot and take a selfie of this senior class. So, I kind of need the end to scoot in if all possible. I think I got one that works.
Just hoping everybody remembers their seats. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Chet Henderson, principal of Washington High School. I'm so pleased to be here with you tonight and to have the chance to introduce our guest speaker, Miss India March. India March is an accomplished marketer, traveler, artist, and entrepreneur that has years of working with the largest brands, artists, and athletes in the world by enhancing creative strategies, optimizing system processes, and implementing diversity, equity, and inclusion. As a marketer, India has worked in the NFL, NBA, MLB, and NHL. As a traveler, India has traveled independently to 3 continents, 7 countries, and over 30 cities, researching art, music, and sports. As an artist, India has created, sold, and donated little figures that represent women and victims of racial injustice. As an entrepreneur, India created 2 businesses, Mrs. Marketing and Mrs. Traveling, which offer marketing and traveling consulting. Currently, India is the creative operations manager for Madison Square Garden, overseeing the New York Rangers and New York Knicks. Before her current role, India was the marketing project manager for the Miami Dolphins, project coordinator for the Miami Marlins, brand strategy production coordinator for the Portland Trail Blazers, and marketing intern for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Born in Washington, Pennsylvania, Amy completed all her education within the city, graduating at the top of her class from Washington High School in 2014 and Washington Jefferson College in 2018 with a bachelor's degree in communication arts and studio art. So please join me in welcoming Miss India March to the podium.
He made you sound real good, didn't he? Wow. I can't believe that I'm standing in front of all of you right here, right now. And I think it's because exactly 8 years ago, I was sitting in those same exact seats. And I mean those same exact seats because we all know Wash High is always on a budget. But I'm honored, I'm nervous, I'm excited to be here with all of you today and encourage you all to explore life through 5 main pillars, which will be love, family, faith, religion, it will be career, and also it will be adventure. Religion and faith are the same thing, if y'all want to know. So let's start with love, my favorite pillar. Love is essentially the pillar that will affect the way that you navigate and view life. There's many types of love that I can talk about today, but the 3 that I want to discuss will be self-love, romantic love, and mankind love. Self-love is simple. It's loving yourself. And I'm talking about loving yourself on a Sunday morning, in your bonnet, ashy ankles, brand new pimple, all of it. But then there's romantic love, when you love your partner, and you also discover your love overall, such as your identity, your attraction, your boundaries. Now, when I was in your seats, I was certain that I would marry a 6'5" white man, probably named Paul, who enjoyed golfing on Saturdays and fishing on Sundays. Fast forward 8 years, I learned that I can love anyone that loves and respects me. So I ended up engaged to my former co-worker at the Trail Blazers, who's Latina and enjoys advocating for marginalized individuals on Saturdays and watching every true crime documentary on Sundays. Now I need y'all to take me serious when I say this. If I ever come up missing or dead, she better be the first suspect. She definitely knows how to get away with murder. But the last type of love I want to talk about, and the most challenging type of love, is mankind love, which is loving the humans that exist in the same world as you. Now, when I was in your seat, I also thought that I was the most loving and caring and understanding human that could possibly exist. And I'm not saying I'm not in the top 10, Elite 8, Final 4, but I'm up there, okay? But my love for mankind was truly challenged whenever I voted in my first presidential election, whenever I marched in my first Black Lives Matter protest, when I lost a former Wash High teammate to a mass shooting, and even just fearing for my life every day as a Black queer woman in America. I'm not going to sit up here and tell you all that life is going to treat you kind and everything's going to be okay, even though I want that for all of you. I just know that life always has other plans. And while there is so much darkness in the world, there is also a lot of light. And I so heartily believe that if you lead with love and you lead with light, there will be no room in your heart for that darkness. So now that we've talked about love, let's get on to the second pillar, which is family. And all the marchers and Pensons, keep it down over there, okay? But family is essentially kind of broken down into 2 brackets. You got your assigned family, such as your mom, your dad, and your siblings. And then you have your chosen family, such as your friends, acquaintances, and peers. Now, if any of you know my family,
then you know the whole gang is off the chains. I mean, even my dogs ain't wrapped around that too tight. But my dad, he cracks more jokes on me than Kevin Hart at a comedy club. But he's the reason why I'm able to smile and laugh through pain. My mom, she's crazier than Nicki Minaj on a mixtape. But she's the reason why I demand my respect and I support my village. My sisters, they can throw hands better than Floyd Mayweather and Mike Tyson. And I know that because I was in the rings against them a couple times. But they're the reason why I fight for myself, others, and what's always right. Family is complicated, it's messy, it's beautiful. Family is a lot of things. But what I want to encourage you all when it comes to your family is creating that support system that you can lean on when you can't stand on your own. So now that we've talked about love, family, the third pillar that I want to discuss is faith. Now, I'm not telling y'all to crack open your Bibles and read scriptures and join the choir, okay? That's not what I'm saying. But when it comes to faith, what I want to encourage you all to do is just simply believe in something bigger than yourself. I feel like when it comes to faith, there are a lot of unknowns. It's scary. Some people walk away from it completely. But when I say believe in something, you can believe in a denomination, God, Mary, Harry, or even Beyonce. And I know we all believe in Beyonce. But the important thing about faith is having something to believe in when you don't believe in yourself. So love, family, faith. The fourth pillar that I want to discuss today is your career. Now this is what everyone's been asking you about, right? What do you want to do? And if you know, great. If you don't, great. Career is the pillar that will put the food on your table, pull the hair out of your head, but also require a lot of time from you for the rest of your lives. Now, there are many steps you could take to advance your career, but I personally believe that if you follow these 4 steps, they will lead you in the right direction, such as research, job shadow, intern, and sell. Now, you're probably like, India, what do you mean by sell? You must be crazier than your mom and Nicki Minaj on a mixtape. But by sell, I mean selling yourself. I feel like when you're able to sell yourself to any employer, any person, then they believe that you believe in yourself. And when people believe that, then they believe in you. So now that we've discussed love, family, faith, and also your career, the 5th and final pillar that I want to discuss today is adventure. And this is the fun pillar. This is the pillar that involves you exploring the world and everything it has to offer. I don't know if many of you know this, but, and it kills me to even say this, but Pittsburgh is ranked one of the worst cities in America for Black women. And when I found that out, and even growing up here, you know that it can be challenging. You know that ultimately you may have to explore different cities and different places around the world. And with that being said, when it came to leaving the town and the people that I've only known and I've ever loved, I was prepared to do that because of one thing at Washington and Jefferson College called the Magellan Project. The Magellan Project is essentially a project, a scholarship, to where any WNJ students are eligible to apply. But essentially, if you're awarded, you'll be able to travel anywhere in the world, studying anything you want. Only thing is you have to go completely alone. So my sophomore year, I was able to travel to Dubai and study the art of architecture. I was essentially paid to go and travel to the world's tallest building and shop in the world's largest mall. And let's just say I hung out at the food court. But the next year, I was able to travel to Italy, Spain, England, France, and Greece, and study the entertainment industry of Europe. So essentially then, I got paid to go and party at every nightclub in Europe. Sorry, Mom and Dad. But with that experience and with the Magellan Project, I knew that I could go anywhere in this world and be anything that I wanted. And while the main reason why I wanted to come here today was to encourage you all to explore life through 5 main pillars, the second reason why I wanted to come today is to announce that I am launching Wash High's very own Magellan Project, eligible for all graduating seniors every year. So this is essentially how it's going to work. All of you here are eligible to apply. I'll select one of you and award you $1,500 to travel anywhere within the United States, studying anything you want. And the process will work by simply just emailing me at IndiaMarch, I'm a country and a month, IndiaMarch@yahoo.com, and then I will have you apply by June 15th. Then I'll select the winner by June 19th. I'll help the winner book all of their travel, and they'll complete their very first Magellan Project by the end of the summer. So I encourage you all to apply. I encourage you all to explore life through those 5 main pillars. And also, I just want to say congratulations. This is amazing. I'm happy for you all, your families, all of us up here today. It's an honor to be here. And again, congratulations, and go Prexies.
So that was a little bit, I would say, unexpected, but I also think a great opportunity for all of you. So hopefully, what is the deadline? June 15th. All right. The country and the month. Hopefully, you're putting your applications in. So again, I want to thank you, India, for giving us your time and blessing us with your time. So with that stated, Superintendent, Mr. Lammy, it is my responsibility to certify that the following list of graduates has met all the requirements established by the Pennsylvania State Department of Education and the Washington Board of School Directors. I hereby recommend conferral of their diplomas.
I need to begin by saying that I've spoken at graduation before, and I've never been intimidated by speakers prior to me, and certainly India, that makes sense. She's really excelled in her career, but Autumn and Angela, you really knocked the ball out of the park, and so I'm a little concerned that I won't be able to keep up, but I'll do my best. Commencement's a time to celebrate. Class of 2020, we're celebrating your achievements tonight. Families, we're also celebrating with you as you have supported each of these graduates. I also want each person that is an employee of the Washington School District to know I celebrate your work with these young people because you've helped them to get where they are. Members of the class, you've taken a few tests and quizzes in 13 years, correct? Few. Well, we're going to give you one more quiz. Don't look so happy. I can see it in your eyes. I can say that I'm not going to hold you accountable for the answer, so there's no pressure. And when I ask this question, please don't think I've lost my mind, like Nicki Minaj on a mixtape. Thank you. Here's the question. How do you eat an elephant? Yeah, I've lost my mind. The answer is this, one bite at a time. This question was posed to me years ago when I was struggling with a number of things in my personal life because things had gotten difficult. And when we face challenges that are sometimes beyond our grasp, we become underconfident. And when our path changes, sometimes we become hesitant. And it's during these times when our challenges are too big that we sometimes feel like it's eating an elephant. It's just beyond us. Graduating seniors, you're asked a lot of questions, and Angela helped me because one of those questions is, what do you want to become? That question often, I think, is concerning. And Angela really addressed that because it is a daunting question, particularly when you may not know. I'd like to share with you a brief reflection personally. I hope you'll tolerate it quickly, but last July I retired. That may seem odd to you because I'm here with you today, but I retired after 34 years working in public education. When I retired, I thought I would begin to transport my grandchildren to school and read my AARP mailings. I get those, by the way. Much to my surprise, your superintendent position came open, and gratefully I am to the board of directors. They hired me to be here and work with you in this role. I could say with certainty that I never dreamed last July that I would be here today. Truthfully, I want to say to you that none of you knows where you'll be in 5 years. And when that became clear to me, I began to realize that life is a series of steps. And the most important step for each of us, graduates of this class, and a 63-year-old guy, is the next step. Every step I've taken in 34 years as public educator brought me to today. Every single one. I do want you to understand that some of my steps weren't positive. And I say that honestly because you're going to take some steps that probably won't be positive. But what you will find is this. Every step brings you closer to the next step, which leads you to some things in life you may want. And so today I want to encourage you by saying this. You've completed the vital steps you needed to take to be here today, and you've done so successfully, and you're to be commended. Tomorrow, you'll embark on the next step. When you do, please remember that your focus needs to be on that next step, and to give all that you have to that step. Because what you don't know is whether it's 5 years, 10 years, or in my case, 45 years, each of those steps brings you to where you are. I have great confidence in you. I know that these last 2 years have been unbelievably difficult, and yet here you are today. You've achieved, you're about to receive your diplomas, and you're to be commended for that. I'd like to leave you with a quote from a person that I've always been interested in, Muhammad Ali, and he said this: I have learned to live my life one step, one breath, and one moment at a time. But it was a long road. I set on the journey of love, seeking truth, peace, and understanding. I am still learning. I'm convinced, class of 2022, that we're all still learning. On behalf of the Washington School District Board of Directors, as superintendent, I accept and congratulate the class of 2022 for completing all requirements of the Washington School District and the Pennsylvania Department of Education, and now consider them ready for graduation. Congratulations, class of 2022.
All right, y'all ready? I'm not sure because you don't sound ready. I don't know. We're going to see. First row, please rise. Salutatorian and president of the class, Angela Marie Batson. Salutatorian, Autumn Sky Shartana. Cassidy Lee Jackson. Diana Pamela Youngest Aguilera. Devon Shelby Lynn Devon Anthony Young. Shelby Lynn Shelby Lynn Berry. Almost. Hold on. Let's see here. I think India said something about being on a budget, so bear with me. Maddox and Mike, I hope you guys add that to my list of successful accomplishments, not on well dressed, but in fabulous. Back to the show. Kyle Aaron Slesh. Isaiah James Patterson. Joshua Tyler Green. Dominic Andrew McDade. Xavier Jermel Marine. Savannah Brianne Johnson. Akila Angelina. Elijah Keith Wise. Sophie Alice Marshall. Brendan Daniel Little. Colin Robert Zaradnik. Kiera Ray Woods. Michelle Alexandra Cantu. First row, please be seated. JC Renee Nixon. Camden Michael Perez Vasquez. Michael William Ewing. Jonathan Augustine Baruman. Blake Tristan Brisack. Tyreek Lee Bergman. Cameron Cordell Carter Green. Dakota Ann Clark. Preston Garrett Connor. Alex Martin Cox. Kylie Karina Hoopchuk. Amari Joseph Doherty. Devlin Michonne Ford. Devin Michael Grayson. Justice Lynn Grayson. Mario Bruce Griffin. Kendall Amir Hairston. Jacob Richard Hess. Second row, please be seated. Nathan Roger Huey. Darius Tavorian Johnson. Maddox Joseph King. Trevor Andrew Kern. Sierra Malay Divine King. Willow Skylar Mafia. Jameer Levy, Michelle Lynn McElroy. Trayvon Darnell McPherson, Ashley Nicole Myers. Kali Tyree Nichols, Gavin Michael Nielsen. Cassie Lynn Palmer, Kylie Elizabeth Harden. Aujane Estelle Mayfield, Javon James Palmer. Tanel Amina Parks, Brandon Garrett Patterson. Third row, please be seated. Julian Tyree Pettis, Mackenzie Lynn Rhodes. Kaylin Marie Pierce, Janai Chantel Ratley. Connor Elijah Roberts, Juwan Eugene Shabazz. Tyra Lynn Sparks Gatlin, Patrick Thomas Shute. Austin Matthew Solik, Riley Samuel Tyler. Jackson Edward Ward, Dakota Lee Williams. Michaela Jalen Wright, Nicholas Andrew Wright. Trayana Unique Washington. Fourth row, please be seated. 2022 class 2022 senior class officers, Vice President of the class, Kelly Marie Howitt. Treasurer of the class, Jacqueline Layla Thomas. On behalf of the Board of School Directors, the administration, and the faculty of Washington High School, I congratulate the class of 2022. Let's have a round of applause.
As we depart this evening, it is important. Oh my goodness. Now this is not the end of an era, but the beginning of a lifetime. On behalf of the class of 2022, I would like to give to those influential people who have guided us to this point in our lives. Thank you for sharing this special occasion with us. Would the graduates please stand? On behalf of the class of 2022, I accept these diplomas and the accomplishments, as well as the future challenges they symbolize. Move your tassels from the right to the left! Yeah! Please stay standing for the alma mater.
Class of 2022 from Wash High.
Did that. And, yeah, and we did that. Class of 2022, y'all know how we get down. Yeah, we did that. We come on. Yeah.